it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. We've match number 1 with the Indomitable Hulks deck. I think this is a keepable hand. It's kind of weird with both the Ruins and the Marsh in the opening hand with no way for both of them to come out untapped on time unless we do draw into a land. I think that it is keepable, though. We're on the draw, so this allows us to hit a... I think this is a deck that we do want on the draw. I mean, we're probably facing vehicles, which is very, very potent. So let's see if we can find a... So the Smoldering Marsh, it doesn't matter. Both of these are going to come into play tapped. So I think the Foreboding Ruins actually has a better chance next turn of coming into play untapped. But we could just get run over. I do have some good sideboard cards, another Collective Brutality. Fiery Temper and Lightning Axe do a decent job against... Oh, okay, so I'm just way wrong with the some sort of Jeskai build. So we'll go ahead and just put this card into play tapped. And we didn't hit our land drop but I mean, we absolutely don't need it until next turn. So I do want to hit a land drop. If not, we'll just end up Tormenting Voice. Probably this Combustible Gearhulk. It's the weakest link in our hand at the moment. See what comes down. It is going to be the combo, the copycat. So we could just end up losing next turn, unless, I mean, I do have the Lightning Axe for next turn. And do I YOLO here? I think I can't miss a land drop. I think if the longer this goes, the worse. We completely missed on that many draws. We'll just get rid of a Noxious Gearhulk. So I probably could just go infinite here. That'd be funny on my very first standard deck getting turned forward. But it seems like my opponent did not have a come into play untap land. Once again, we miss a land drop, so see if Cathartic Reunion can completely miss here. And we will get rid of the Combustible Gearhulk as well as from under the floorboards. If our opponent just counters this, I think we're pretty much dead too. And you got to think a Void shatters in our opponent's hand. But that was pretty bad luck, keeping a 2-lander and then just negate. All right, so let's see if we do get twinned. And the thing about Cathartic Reunion is it's very weak against getting... Geez, our opponent's going to be able to just tutor it by the time I hit my 3rd land. A lot of counter magic in this deck, which is exactly what we don't want to hit. So we do have the Lightning Axe and Fire Temper combo for this turn. And just a Glimmer, sure. So this is just the Jeskai control route to try to get the cat. And we do have the Lost Legacies in the sideboard, which is very hilarious when you play it against this version because they don't really have a lot of win cons outside the combo. They do have, I mean, Saheeli, yeah, even Saheeli's not the greatest win con. It does do some decent amount of damage. Like I've taken, what, 4 damage from Saheeli already. And the ult is getting very real. And the Scry, meaning that they're never going to hit land drop, or never going to miss land drops or hit land drops. Hit a Goblin Dark-Dwellers. That's a terrible draw to hit. I guess I've got lands in this deck. We are running 23. So we do have a pretty decent land count with the amount of Tormenting Voices and whatnot. And there is the Guardian. And I'm going to let it reset Saheeli. Can reset the island. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're going to let it reset Saheeli here. I think this was... Create a token. So this is where we want to do it. It bounces this one, so it doesn't matter. Wait, I have to Lightning Axe the token. Ooh. Yeah, this is kind of difficult because if I Lightning Axe and there's another Saheeli in hand, that's fine. We'll Lightning Axe, yeah, I've got to go on this one. And discard a Fire Temper. My opponent has to have like double negate. So there's a Void Shatter. So it's saving Saheeli, but Saheeli's going to be at 1. And so we effectively got rid of the combo, but not that great because, geez, I am going to hit lands. It's going to happen. We are going to find some lands here. I'm going to get rid of a Goblin Dark-Dwellers here, and now just an Indomitable Creativity. It's pointless. Maybe from one of the four. No, Indomitable Creativity is the weaker one. Right? Yeah. See if I can hit some lands. There's the lands. So if somehow I can get up to the... six mana for Ever After, we can Noxious Gearhulk and Goblin Dark-Dwellers, which is pretty good. But let's see what nonsense comes out this turn. Just Needle Spires. And yeah, it's going to be pretty lethal quickly. So I do need to... we do get a Lightning Axe. Lightning Axe is good here because we can discard and make 2 zombies. I think that's better. So... yeah, absolutely. This is fine. All right, so we took care of a Guardian. We have 2 zombies left. But one of them is going to get destroyed. And see if the other cat... nope, still not a cat in our opponent's hand. 3 cards, though. I'm going to come with the Needle Spire, so we really need to draw into a land next turn. Huh. Well, I could Indomitable Creativity for 1. And that's better than nothing. So I guess I should have kept a Goblin Dark-Dwellers. Yeah, I think we use it. But I mean, the likelihood we actually will hit a Noxious Gearhulk is pretty big. He'll just shock it off. Okay. Still gets a card out of the way. So you still have 1 turn to draw something, because I don't think you can activate both. Just one of them. We go down to a 3, or down to a 2 with Saheeli. So Noxious Gearhulk's actually quite weak. And there's just another shock. Okay. See if we would have drawn into our sixth land. Gisa's bidding. Alright, that's fine. We'll bring in the Lost Legacies. The Void Winnower actually is pretty decent here, I guess. I like the Sky Council's Flagship too, because it can actually attack into the Saheeli. Goblin Dark-Dweller is very good here. We don't need Dark Salvation, I wouldn't assume, but Collective Brutality is also good. Unless this Disintegration is removal. But I still like the Lightning Axe and Fiery Temper combo a lot better. I don't think we need Noxious Gearhulks in this one. We can go down in the count of Noxious Gearhulks. That can just replace the Goblin Dark-Dwellers we're bringing in. And the creativity does get a lot worse. Call the Bloodline is extremely good in this match. Yeah, I just think, actually, I think we can get rid of all of the Noxious Gearhulks. It's weak because it doesn't have that great of targets. Unless there's a Torrential Gearhulk hiding there. But I think Ever After is kind of a liability. No, Ever After is still fine. Maybe some biddings. I'm going to take out 1 bidding and from... see if... yeah, well, both the biddings are still good. Just less, because we're bringing Void Winnower and Sky Skysovereign. Just take out a couple collective Cathartic Reunions? I don't know. I'll have to get used to this deck to see exactly what the right ins and outs are. Alrighty, yes, we'd like to play first. This is going to be another keepable hand, but if we get stuck on 2 again, that's going to be pretty bad. So here we go. The mountain. Pass the turn. And swamp. So I'm in a Cathartic Reunion, discarding Creativity and Lightning Axe, I think. Or Fire Temper. And I don't get a Madness it, but I do need to try to draw into... Okay, so we did get a Creativity off of that. I don't have the red mana to even come close to casting it, so... Next turn we can Lost Legacy and then hit Saheeli unless he has a blue source. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll end up casting Lost Legacy into it. Smoldering Marsh. Yeah, I do think I want my opponent to tap out. Well, let's see what our opponent has. Try to bait him. Nope, just lets the zombies happen. Okay, so we're in great shape. Ever Afters is kind of bad. We'll go ahead and attack in. And I'm just going to go for Lost Legacy. Got the Void... Oh, wow. Well, the Saheeli combo's done. Has Fumigate, Felidar Guardian. We actually named the right one. And Womp Womp. See if he has another win con. Yeah, the Tormenting Gearhulk is another win con. Negate, negate, negate. Fumigate, Glimmer. So now it turns into kind of a bad Tormenting Gearhulk route. So this should be pretty backbreaking. And the cards in hand are just Fumigates and Felidar Guardians. So tons of lands. So Needle Spires, and that's fine. I think Fumigate's just going to happen here. No Fumigate. So I think we just pass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could Cathartic Reunion and get rid of Indomitable Creativity. And Lightning Axe. I'm not sure if I care about either. Or, because I do want to hit... We'll give it one more turn. Just anticipate. Sure. Into Tormenting Gearhulk range now. I can just keep swinging in with... Yeah, I don't even care about the Guardian. And a Radiant Flames for 3. So Fumigate is still in our opponent's hand. I think next turn we'll... do I want to dig? I think I do want to dig. I know my opponent's got a ton of lands, so this probably helps my opponent more than it helps me. But we do get a getting. So... I think the best card to get rid of is just a Lightning Axe here. And I'm just going to Tormenting Voice. Spending the correct mana. Requires red. And Madness this. And we do hit a land. So now we're in great shape now, I'd say. So Collective Brutality is nice. We'll actually attack in first, though. And there's the Gearhulk, which is nice because it's another card we can just get rid of. Does get to go and anticipate, but now there's only 2 Torrential Gearhulks. If our opponent blocks, because we'll collect Brutality and Fiery Temper it. And hopefully get something out of our opponent's hand too, which should be very, very high. I mean, we have a high chance of that happening because our opponent has mostly spells left, instances and sorceries. All right, so let's go Collect Brutality with 2 modes. Target opponent -2, -2. Fumigate we can get rid of. Dispel is kind of weird. Negate's weird. I think we want to get rid of Fumigate rather than Negate. Still don't have anything to reanimate this turn. Yeah, I think it's Fumigate. I don't know. This is awkward here because I know I can force out a Fumigate. Yeah, I think that's right. So Dispel and Negate are in my opponent's hand. Do I want to do this? I actually don't like Cathartic Reunion here. I think what we're going to do, we're just going to discard. Yeah, this is fine, actually. We're going to go Cathartic Reunion, discarding from under the floorboards. Which should get a... Could get a negate. Okay, yeah, that's awesome. So we get the 2 zombies. And negate out of the way. So I'm going to go for Indomitable Creativity. Next turn. Unless our opponent did draw into another Radiant Flames. Yeah, that's terrible. And a Glimmer? Another Guardian. Okay, that's perfectly acceptable. So I still don't have anything that I can reanimate. I think it's just going to be trying to get some value off of this. Yeah, the Sanitarium. I'm gonna get rid of Lightning Axe. I think having just another land is actually more relevant. And I'll start discarding lands after this, because I think that now we can use a Sanitarium and I guess I could have before a bidding on the same turn. So I'm getting beat down by the Guardians. Another Lightning Axe. I'm gonna do it right now. We find a bidding. And our opponent does get rid of a Dispel. And finds a Void Shatter for the bidding. Alright. So see if the 1 damage spells can get it done. Oh, there's a Combustible Gearhulk. Hopefully it's not a Torrential Gearhulk. Alright, so this is good. This is easy for my opponent. This is make me discard cards, I'm sure. Whoa, that was good. It hit Skysovereign, Consul's Flagship, and Indomitable. That was pretty decent. So getting in the range of a couple Collective Brutality slash Madness cards. Fumigate. It's fine by me. 1 card left in my opponent's hand. It needs to be like a negate spell, because I think I will Ever After. Even though I still don't have the best. Nope, we'll just cast another Combustible Gearhulk here. And I think he has to allow me to draw cards now. And there is the draws. So that worked out well. No lands off of that. Filled back up the hand. We can easily fight off Torrential Gearhulks now. There's a Glimmer. Pretty efficient hand so far. And Harness Lightning can actually kill the Combustible Gearhulk here. If we have an Ever After at that point, they can reanimate 2 of them. Hey, we won a game! That's all I wanted to do. Now what do I do with my life? Noxious Gearhulk could come in because it does gain me 4 live kills in Noxious, or I don't know if it's necessary. We need the Lightning Axes. I think Lightning Axes are better. Collective Brutalities are better. Call the Bloodline could be the weak link, because Radiant Flames is definitely a thing. I mean, we could just completely go away from Indomitable Creativity here, and just hardcast everything, and just go into like a black-red control. But I think that we still get value off of from the Floorboards and the biddings. So yeah, I think I'm going to go that route. Call the Bloodline might become... No, I think Call the Bloodline is a great way to grind out. So we could definitely go down in... Instead of Void Winnower. Void Winnower, what? Shuts off Glimmer. Doesn't shut off Fumigate, though, and that's one of the cards that we do want to stop. Doesn't stop, like, Void Shatter. Does stop Torrential Gearhulk, though, if we can get the... Huh. Yeah, we'll just keep Noxiouses out. I think they're the weakest link out of the... We'd bring in another Goblin Dark-Dwellers over the one Indomitable Creativity. Ah, sure. Goblin Dark-Dwellers can cast a Lost Legacy that's been negated. Nope. Don't want to keep this hand. And we'll keep it because it has a Tormenting Voice. Put the Smoldering Marsh on top. So we'll go Smoldering Marsh, and the next turn we have the Ruins. Alright, so no white source. We don't have to worry about these Tormenting Voice getting negated. Still, I'm going to use it. And my opponent will use the... Oh, Anticipate. That's fine. And we do have the Skysovereign Consul's Flagship. That's a very, very powerful card against the combo, as it can shoot down Saheeli immediately. There's the white source. They all come to play untapped. Well, we don't have anything to do this turn, so most likely just go ahead and reveal the swamp again and pass the turn. There's a Fiery Temper. We'll go ahead and cast the Bidding. If he gets Void Shattered, he gets Void Shattered. Not a big deal. And our opponent allows it to happen. So now we do have the Fiery Tempers, which is going to be very good here. Opponent still decides not to do anything. They're smarter to the Floorboards. It does get scary here with Radiant Flames. I don't want to overextend. But I'm gonna force off this Skysovereign. This should get Void Shattered. No! Okay. What is my opponent going to do in a turn? A Glimmer? Nothing. So Torrential Gearhulk is most likely in our opponent's hand. Or Radiant Flames is going to come down here. Here's the Feldar Guardian. Okay. Oh, it's going to bounce it, and does he have the combo? And there it is. Yep. Womp womp. We get comboed off. Going to the next match. This has been Kevin with GatheringMatches.com. Thanks for watching.